I have Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, and a rare medical condition called panhypopituitarism. This just means that I now have a shortage of some hormones because I had a pituitary tumor removed from my brain in 2008, so I'm not more tired than I used to be. I joined EPIC in autumn of 2012, and so far, like Pam says, we've had 3 meetings. I've attended all of them in the Department for Education in London. I really enjoy going up to London on the train. My mum, Alice, and myself, who's sitting over there, she comes as my carer just in case I become ill with the medical condition. And we get to spend time together with each other, which I quite like. Most of the 16 members of EPIC managed to make it to the meetings, and we are getting to know each other quite well. We meet in the basement of the Department for Education in London. We have plenty of breaks, nice food, and last time we had some unhealthy chocolatey snacks, which I'm sure most of you do like as well. Each EPIC meeting is attended not just by Sam, but by senior civil servants and policymakers in the Department for Education. And they've been working on the SEN reforms in the Children and Families Bill. At the meetings recently, we've learned about the parliamentary process of how a bill goes through Parliament. For instance, there are 12 stages to get a new law approved, and we are currently now at stage 5 with the bill. At the meetings, we discuss the changes that might be made and give our feedback towards it. We also, in our first meeting back in October, met the retired Paralympian Tara Flood, who explained the social model of disability to us, which is nothing about us without us. And I completely agree with this. As a result of being an EPIC member, my local council in Wiltshire Council, has invited me to represent young people on their Autism Multi-Agency Strategy Group. We are hoping to make life better for families and children and young people with disabilities. You as carers at this national conference are doing the same thing from the parents' side in your areas. At EPIC, we hope that by speaking with policymakers, they can understand us and our difficulties better, which will influence their decisions. We want to be able to be a part of our communities and have friends. We want people to accept us, to see us, and not to see just our disabilities. I am currently part of a group called Club Capernaum, which I founded with my family, which is breaking down these barriers. We are young people with and without disabilities, and we meet each week for food, fun, and friendship. As we spend time together, the non-disabled teenagers stop feeling embarrassed to be around us. And if someone's speech is hard to understand, they keep trying to listen, and they don't just giggle and walk off. This is the best part of the club evening. Others listening to us and talking about us with the same things that we all find interesting. Each year we go on a camp in the summer. And this year we are going to South Wales between Cardiff and Barry Island, and we are going to try scuba diving in the pool, which I am looking forward to, because I've never done it before. The EPIC members say that apart from being accepted as individuals, we also want to choose what we do, choose where we live, and choose who we live with. We need to feel valued and respected, not special. For some of us, that may be doing useful and meaningful work. We don't want to have to live on benefits all our lives, do we? If you have a wage, you can save up to go on holiday or buy a car or anything else for that matter if you want to. I would love to work in the transport sector, but the trouble is there are no jobs. And as we saw on Panorama recently about unemployment, it's not so easy for companies out there to get disabled people into work. Is this something that we can change? Maybe where you work, you could see if there is a part of a job that someone with a disability could do. Could you ask your boss to be an adventurer and try out someone different to that job part-time? It might work. We all really have new ideas. That's how we're going to change the world, at least within the British Isles. I'm really enjoying my time with EPIC. Some highlights so far have been meeting the Education Secretary, Michael Gove. I was in the Department for Education for a weekday meeting with policymakers, and as I was waiting in the queue for lunch one day, one of the department members pointed out Michael Gove to me, so I went over and introduced myself to him, shook his hand. I'm now a handshake away from David Cameron. I wish he was here today to listen to me. Another highlight was visiting the House of Lords in December last year for the launch of the Action for Kids Sparking Change website. We met other young people with disabilities and heard about their experiences of participation and saw how digital media could make it easier for shy people to share their opinions. It is very important that everyone who will be affected by the bill gets to have a say in what goes into the bill, and this is what we are trying to do at EPIC. If you're wondering how you could support EPIC, one of the best ways is to be part of Facebook and Twitter, as you've already seen. Please like us and follow us on Twitter, and then you'll get the latest news from EPIC on both your Facebook and Twitter news feeds. How often have you read something because a friend of yours liked it? You could be that friend for your friends. Thank you so much for working hard in your parts of the country, working for your children and their friends. It is only by working together with our local councils and our communities that we are going to make the lives of people like me more ordinary. Thank you for listening. We look forward to your questions.